what happened is as a local promoter, I have went through a lot of when we introduced Aishwarya Majmudar. So at that time, we were the one of the few ones who brought in engineers who changed the dynamics of how people look at Garba in US and Canada. Last year, we were the first one to do open ground Garba, which 9,000 people did witness it, ground Garba, which gives a feeling of India.
કેમ છો?
Bas jo majama, thank you for having me here.
Wonderful. Can you give your early age background, what you used to do in India, what you do there, what you used to do here, your introduction?
Well, early stage when we talk about it, it was 1991, 92 when Harshad Mehta and our time stock market ma બધા હતા young અમારા millennials say we were in that અને પછી in 92 we migrated to USA. And as a journey begins, there was a struggle, and after 30 years, I can say, finally we have been established.
People right now see on Instagram and reels ne badama ke journey when they shift to US or Canada, that struggle is being glamorized, and when you shifted back that time, that was so different, or it's same ke je majuri karvi જ પડે?
Well, initially everybody has a struggle. મારી પહેલાં આવ્યા હતા 1970s, they had more struggle than what I faced it. અને અત્યારના હું જોઉં છું મિલેનિયલ્સ બધા સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ આવે છે, they actually can get a job. They are very much in connection with their parents back home. એ લોકોને ઇન્ફ્રાસ્ટ્રક્ચર છે, ઇન્ટરનેટ છે, એના માધ્યમથી એ લોકો બધાને ફેમિલીને રીચ આઉટ કરી શકે છે. હવે અમે જ્યારે 92માં હતા તો there was nothing as such. ફૂડ કહે તો અત્યારના બધી જ બ્રાન્ડ તમને ત્યાં મળે છે, સ્પેશિયલી US and કેનેડામાં મેજર સિટીઝમાં, વિચ ઇવન આઈ વુડ સે બોમ્બેમાં એટલું નથી. વી ગેટ બ્લેન્ડ ઓફ એવરીથિંગ. પંજાબનું બી ફૂડ મળે, ગુજરાતનું ચોઈસ બી મળે, સુરતની ઘારી બી મળે. સો યુ કેન ગેટ બ્લેન્ડ ઓફ એવરીથિંગ એટ વન પ્લેસ. સો that's a good and very good for the newcomers.
So when you shifted, what you used to do in US? What kind of job? What you did?
Well, I started with flipping burgers.
Okay.
I was with McDonald's for a year. I would say that was a very good journey. Learn how to be yourself. You could be a very self-made man. On any experience, I'll say in abroad, તમે લો, ચાહે કંઈ પણ job હોય, in future you're going to be able to utilize that skill. When I had a transition from McDonald's, હું જ્યારે ચેકર્સમાં ગયો તો as a director of operation. Checkers is also another fast food chain. અને એમાં મને ઘણી બધી ખબર પડી, inventory, other side of the food business and everything. So it did help me out a lot.
Right. And how did this event industries spike came in your life?
Well, event industry came in 2000, early 2000, when we were trying to collaborate with Gujarati Samaj. There are a lot of Gujarati Samaj and India Samaj and stuff like that in USA. People form કેમ કે તે વખતે બધા નવા હતા. We want to have our own community, our own identity. અને એમાં એક તક મળી હતી to create our own Samaj, name India Samaj. અને ત્યાર એ તકમાં our first show was Kishan versus Kanhaiya of Paresh Rawal with my guru and my idol Kirit Bhai Udeshi, who introduced me to this journey, a journey. And after that we were to do a lot of local promoter shows in Washington DC, metropolitan areas of Maryland and DC. અને ત્યારબાદ આપણે થોડો બ્રેક લીધો હતો due to catastrophe and came back in 2018. અમે મેરીલેન્ડમાં કર્યા હતા કિંજલ દવેના ગરબા, અને ત્યારબાદ 2019માં I started doing Aishwarya Majmudar National for US and Canada.
Can you tell us some USP about your shows while doing in US? At the same feeling, how people used to enjoy and engage with the artist in India?
Well, what happened is as a local promoter, I have went through a lot of pros and cons. અને જ્યારે અમે લાવ્યા when we introduced Aishwarya Majmudar, so at that time we were the one of the few ones who brought in engineers who changed the dynamics of how people look at Garba in US and Canada, foreign countries. Last year we were the first one to do open ground Garba in Canada, Toronto, which 9,000 people did witness it. And after that, this year in 2024, a lot of people went and did open ground Garba, which gives a feeling of India.
So when you say local promoter and a national promoter, so because in India, in Gujarat, we don't have such terms. Can you give us small brief about what is?
Okay, to elaborate, local promoters means cities ના હોય જે જે તમારી જેમ સ્ટેટ્સના હોય ને સિટીઝના હોય, સમજો કે મુંબઈ છે, હૈદરાબાદ છે, દિલ્હી છે, એમ સેમ થિંગ અમારી જે હોય ત્યાંની સિટીઝ ન્યુયોર્ક, ન્યૂ જર્સી છે, કેલિફોર્નિયા છે, સેન હોઝે ને બધે તેઓ ત્યાં we have their own promoters. So usually the person who are local in that area, they can host the Garba or the event, I would rather say, because then they can do a better job. They can engage with the public, and the community does respond to them. So that's what it is. And the national means we are taking the tour. We undertake taking the entire responsibility of the tour coming from India to
all the shows
abroad. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so as a national promoter, you have to take care of the artists and all the
everything, entire thing, like અમારે એ લોકોના વિઝાથી માંડીને એ લોકોનો સ્ટે, બોર્ડિંગ, લોજિંગ, their transportation, everything falls under national promoter's responsibility.
So when you firstly collaborated with any of the artists, maybe Kinjal Dave or any પહેલા બી જેની બી સાથે કર્યું હોય, so how was that journey કે જ્યારે તમે એક શો બે શો માટે વાત કરો છો and then now you have a very homely relation with Aishwarya Majmudar or Kinjal Dave when you are doing bulk shows with them, so how do they treat you as the national promoter? Or
well, મેં તો કિંજલનું તો લોકલ જ કર્યું હતું, એટલે વન શો કર્યું હતું, પણ we had a very great experience with it in 2018. અને લોકલ કરવાના challenges અલગ હોય because you're running behind selling the tickets, getting the promoters and everything. જ્યારે ઐશ્વર્ય મજુમદારનો રંગથાળીને આપણે કર્યું તે વખતે we had a challenge of getting the promoters in various cities, and we create those people or people who approach us that they want to host the program, and we give our insights and we show our ways of how to do the show. We do help them to create their own image in their own cities.
Right.
And then they do host us. We have a lot of this year also, a lot of millennials who are very enthusiastic to do the shows, and they do it really good.
Wow. So this is also a small young people who's coming to US. They have their own 100-500 people for the promotions. They also host such local Garba.
Oh yes. I mean, I don't think so they ever thought at the age of 25 they're going to host a caliber artist like Aishwarya Majmudar or any such caliber artist in the outside India, and they were able to achieve that. It is a great proclamation for them. We have all our promoters who are barely crossed 30, okay, and they are only few years that they have been residing in US or Canada.
Wow.
And because that is where the trend is. They understand the Garba, they understand the logistics, and they want to do better. So their hungerness help us out to put out a great show.
So when you see from the front side, it always looks very glamorous. There are lights, there are artists, people are taking photographs. But what are those challenges which behind the stage nobody is going to talk about? And as a promoter, be it national or local, you guys are going to face it, and you have already faced those. Can you give some light on it?
Well, there are a lot of challenges. First of all, when you are in abroad, tamara challenges, transportation is the biggest challenge. Food is another challenge. Timing is an issue. A lot of time behind the scene, they have to work. See, અહીંયા જ્યારે અમે જોઈએ છે તો So you have a lot of labor which you can get easily access. Over there, US and Canada ma ke anywhere, I guess, even in UK and Australia ma bhi, we don't have that such manpower. So ઘરના friends, family, relatives એની પર તમે ડિપેન્ડ રહો છો for helping you out to host the event. ઘણીવાર ઘણા બધા સક્સેસફુલ થાય છે, ઘણીવાર they have a lot of challenges. But we do overcome, and those challenges are really challenging some days, weather related, visa related. Okay, they are on their toes કે કેવી રીતના આવે, and they try to do their best in all those situations. Like for example we had when we hosted Siddharth Bhai in Canada, we had a challenge that there was a snow. We have been going through the snow, had to reach to the destination where there is a show hosted already. And whatever happened, we made it. So after achievement, we feel really proud of ourselves.
So Yash Entertainment is not only just the Garba, but when you said you hosted the very specific natak or the drama play, how is the audience response over there for such play?
They have a very good response. Not only that, we explored a lot more cities. Even Siddharth Bhai was very surprised that atli badi cities would be interested in hosting the show. Though અમારે થોડાક ઇશ્યુ આવ્યા હતા because of the late visa, એટલે અમારે અમુક shows cancel થયા. But in a span of 15 days, we did 12 shows in Canada, which was really good. And we got a very good response from the people, and especially the young generation, young crowd. Not only the India thi che, but also born and raised in US and Canada. Canadians, they showed up, Elokana kids did show up, and they were a huge fan of Siddharth Bhai. And that was really surprised when we were traveling, and they will come and say, oh, amaro son to khali tamara drama joine jamto hoy jane, he's been having that. So we like totally caught by surprise.
Wow. So when you talk about such feelings, when somebody's, so does it comes to you as well from the consumers, from the audience, or it just go to the artist?
No, it does come to us as well. The consumer does say, the participant does say that, hey, you know what, thank you for hosting, thank you for bringing such a caliber artist. And they do encourage us. And their encouragement really put us to this thing that, hey, you know what is the next challenge we are ready to take upon?
Okay.
And that's what we do.
Wow. So that's a more motivational thing for you to bring up to the next.
Oh yes, absolutely. તમારા કમ્યુનિટીના સપોર્ટ વગર તો તમે કંઈ કરી જ ના શકો. અને we are very blessed. Everybody, all the promoters, we can say, they are, let's say promoters, or we say organizers, they are very blessed કે community stand by us to help us in orchestrating the entire event. ઘણા જણ ત્યાં તમે જોશો તો they are very willing to, ઘરની તમને ચા મળે, તમને ખીચડી મળે, all those things you can get from them. They are very excited કેમ કે they are not seeing that every day.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so value for them, for the artists and everything is way high up there. Then I see it over here. I feel અહીંયા જે છે બોમ્બેમાં કે હું ઇન્ડિયામાં રાધર કે તો આર્ટિસ્ટની એવી વેલ્યુ નથી થતી જે વેલ્યુ અબ્રોડમાં થાય છે, because we are dying to see them perform in live. કોઈ પણ આર્ટિસ્ટ હોય એમાં એક્ઝામ્પલ કોઈ પણ તમે લઈ લો, that we are very excited and we feel like fortunate કે ભાઈ અબ્રોડમાં અમને આવી રીતના જોવા મળે છે લોકોને.
How is in general your team building approach has been till now, since it is not just one man show? Of course the main artists are going to perform, then the crew is there, then the backstage crew is there, ticketing people are there. How do you see this approach in event industry in outside?
See, that's why we break it. We give those responsibility to local organizers, local promoters. એ લોકો they will do their part of the thing. અમારું જે છે, અમારી team જે છે, Yash Entertainment team, their responsibility to bring artists to the doorstep. Okay, artists do their job and they do wonderful. And then the local people do their part of ticketing, hosting us, arrangement, local arrangement of boarding, lodging, and everything. They do it. So it's in three part. Our part is to bring them, land them safely to a one destination. Local promoters is like hosting a right way, and third part is artist has to give a great show.
Of course. Any specific advice to the young entrepreneurs or the people who are coming from India to the other countries who wants to jump into the event industry?
Uh-huh.
Maybe they are not sure starting their own company from the moment they jump into Canada or US. Any specific things they should take care of while working with the community or working on the event side, which looks very glamorous.
Absolutely.
But practically, there's also risk of money, risk of health, and you have to work. You have to be on your toes.
Well, yes, it's very glamorous, and I guess this year in 2024, ઘણા બધા નવા promoters આવ્યા and they took a financial loss, a huge financial loss, because they thought it is very easy to host a show. My advice is this: you have to pick a right promoter. You have to work with the right promoters who is bringing the artist, the national promoters who bring the artist. કેમ કે ઘણી વસ્તુ શું છે કે I've seen that they would announce the show, they would cancel the show because then they were not able to sell the tickets and stuff like that. Risk and reward goes hand in hand. Okay, આ એવું નથી કે તમે પહેલા જ વર્ષે આવો ને you're going to hit the lottery. Okay, it's like other business. You have to put your blood, sweat, and tears in it. You have to be ready to risk out that much money. It's like other business, but risk is a little bit on a higher side. Depends upon how you execute your plan. What is your plan? How you want to bring the people in? You think it's very easy from outside. તો થઈ જાય ને આ થઈ જશે. Not. It's not that easy. ઘણા મારા નવા પ્રમોટર આ વર્ષે બી હતા. જે ઘણું બધું they learned while doing it. It's like this is not that easy. What you see it. Okay. તમને એવું હશે કે હું તો મેં ઓલાને help કરી હતી last year promoter ને it was so easy. No, not. You don't know behind the scene what's going on. Okay. He has to keep a happy face. Okay, doesn't matter he's losing money, but outside he has to show, hey, I did great.
Yeah.
Just potani image bachava, they will bring people for free and everything. Okay, look, no, don't be like that. Don't be shy in doing that. As always, if you lost, that means you have opportunity to learn something. અને બધા જ I think so જેટલા બી મને મારા national promoter હતા જ્યારે હું local show કરતો હતો, we all have lost money at one point and we learned that. We pay the price. It's like for learning, તમે સ્કૂલમાં જાઓ, you have to pay the price. Good school, you have to pay a good price. That's how it is.
That's so true. Apart from the events what you do, what's your bread and butter? How does the entire year goes?
Well, there is a lot of ways. અમારા પોતાના gas stations છે. We have a convenience store gas station.
Okay.
We are involved in a lot of other businesses, but અમારે ઈ છે. Plus, I'm associated with the CPAs over there, consulting and બધું. So we do have our own things. Plus, of course, I have worked with day trading and stuff like that. So we have a lot of multiple business. That's not one business you can rely on right now.
Perfect.
So
Yeah.
those are the things.
How do you see the difference when you have already done Garba last year in Mumbai, right? And how do you see the large difference in terms of the audience, in terms of the productions, and in terms of the, I would not say it corruption, but maybe a system which has been established in India and a system outside India?
Well, I'll tell you what, there are also, I was very fortunate to do a Garba with a very caliber people in Mumbai. અમારા જે ત્યાંના MLA છે પ્રકાશ દાદા સુર્વે, પંકજ કોટેજાજી અને કરણ દોશી, they were the very orchestrated people. અમારી યારે જોડાયા. They trusted me, first of all. That was a big thing. And what I saw કે અહીંયાનું જે production હતું, it was on a very large scale. Garba was done in a very professional manner. અને everything was done very good. Only thing is જે મને સેટબેક લાગે છે કે લોકોને પૈસા નથી આપવા, નથી ખર્ચવા, they think everything is for free, then you're actually deteriorating your own quality. તે વખતે we feel the setback that people are trying to say કે ભાઈ અમે જુગાડ કરીએ, અમે we're going to get the passes here, passes there. No, guys, I mean, you need to support. In that way, I would see US and Canada, they're very supportive. They're ready to spend money because they feel that, hey, why only local organizer should slob himself with money wise, but the community do stand and buy the tickets. No matter what, my own family member, they will buy the tickets to come to the show. જ્યારે મેં અહીંયા જોયું, it is very opposite. People are trying to call and say કે ભાઈ મને
Each and every
બે પૈસા.
possible.
Yes, exactly. So I think so that is a very wrong way. You need to support people who are doing it. Maybe you think it's a professionalism or they are doing for money. Yes, but at the same time, this is not anybody's bread and butter. I don't feel like that, but that's what I see.
How do you see the brands associating with Yash Entertainment or the local with the organizers as well? They get the benefit in US. How much they get the benefit? Like just the visibility, awareness, or they also might convert it to their own business. The brands who get associated as a sponsor.
Well, they get a global recognition for sure. Then it's on an individual how they take upon it. પણ જેટલા બી અમારી યારે અહીંયા જોડાયેલા છે એ those are more on the local basis, not on an international basis. But બ્રાન્ડનું તમે જુઓ તો what we got recognized was a lot of places when we went this year to do the Navratri, they said, oh, અમે તમને YouTube પર જોયા હતા, તમારા ગરબા જોયા હતા.
Wow.
That was a good achievement.
Yeah.
So people abroad do follow us in a lot of ways. અને એનું અમને રેકગ્નિશન સારું મળ્યું. The brand gets more known faces. And it did help us out a lot.
What are your plans for this year?
અમે પાછા આ વર્ષે બી ગરબા કરીએ છીએ.
Okay.
Same place with the same organization. This is the second year in a row. And Aishwarya Majmudarna, Rangtali associated with Taramati Association and Yash Entertainment.
Okay.
And this year also we have a very good organization team led by Amara Mitra Pankajbhai Koteja, Karan Doshi, who is doing a phenomenal job. They are working day and night to put through a great show. એ લોકોના જે અત્યારના હેલ્પફુલ એ લોકો અત્યારના જે કાર્ય છે, they are working 24/7 with a sleepless night and trying to host a very good show. And I guess this year we will have us 2 leaps above than what we did last year.
Wow. Can you give us some few insight tips about, according to you, you might have started with one show with the community, then you expanded to the US and Canadian market. Then you also expanded કે અમે ઇન્ડિયામાં આટલા shows, 9 shows, 9 રાત અમે કરીએ છીએ. You know that success હંમેશા ચેન્જ થયા કરે છે. So what is according to you that success is?
સાહેબ હું બે જ વસ્તુ કહું એના માટે. એક તો આ છે ને પેલા અભિમન્યુના ચક્રવ્યૂહ જેવું છે, એકવાર તમે આવ્યા એટલે તમે ફસાઈ ગયા. અને સેકન્ડ, યુ હેવ ટુ હેવ અ ગ્રેટ લક. અને I guess fortunately I had both last year. I met, like I said, I met a good people, a caliber people back in Mumbai. Look, they did help me out because I was not knowing anybody. Okay, and today we can see that we have achieved a lot. Still, અમે મંઝિલ સુધી નથી પહોંચ્યા, but we will definitely do that in next few years. But we definitely see a great achievement to ourselves. અને બીજું એક, this is a hunger nest. Once you are in, there is no way going out back. So once you are in, you're in.
So
You
success
either
doesn't end.
Yeah, success doesn't end. I mean, your challenges keep growing. Okay, I never thought that I would do a national. Localમાંથી મેં કોઈ દાડો એવું વિચાર્યું હતું કે I would go to national. Again, I got this opportunity from a very good friend from Australia. They called me and they said, how about this, you do it? And I said, like, really? And me and my wife, we talked about it, and she said, okay, if you're interested, let's do it. Then we got a great support from Majmudar family, Rima Ben, the Aishwaryana mummy, and from Aishwarya itself, that they stood by us and they said, you know what, we'll give you a chance. મેં એમને અમારી મિટિંગમાં એ જ કીધું હતું કે listen, I did this all, but I never did any national tour. But with your guidance, we'll definitely do great things. And somehow they trusted me. And we started our journey. And first year, 2019, we did 6 shows. After that, in 2022, because of the COVID, we did 17 shows. Last year, we did almost 20 shows. This year we're going to be doing almost 21 shows. And plus Navratri, Mumbai ni.
Wow.
So to me, we are on a right path. We still need to achieve a lot. And that is the goal of Rangtali and Yash Entertainment, to go hand in hand and create a history for ourselves.
Wonderful. It was great, inspiring journey. Not just a local promoter, the national promoter, as well as making sure that the artist also feels homely, managing the logistics, doing the shows in India, where you already work in a very particular system in US or Canada, and then અહીંયા અમુક વસ્તુ ફોન પર થઈ જતી હોય, અમુક વસ્તુ રિલેશન પર ચાલી જતી હોય, અને managing them and making sure that graph is going on and on. I think it was wonderful having conversation with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. And I really appreciate this.
Thank you.
Thank you.